Just want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. And again, let me thank Devon Jones, DJ The Protege, and Craig Stingler for doing the program on Friday. Appreciate it and appreciate you. A little bit I heard, I enjoyed. So thank you all. Appreciate that. Good to know the people got your back, and so I appreciate that. Um, well, Jermaine,
Yes, sir.
where do I start? Where do I start?
Well,
Let's see.
I see the sun shining.
Oh, I wasn't here Friday.
Yeah.
Man, Devin Williams.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, man.
Didn't he make
listen,
the All-Star team?
Yes, he did. Man, listen, it broke my heart because I'm gonna tell you something. First of all, it seems like the Brewers have a history of being in first place
Mm-hmm.
all the way until the end of September or the mid part of September to when they drop into the wild card race. And then they lose.
What would DJ call that? They choked.
Yeah.
That dude choked.
And we up 2-0. We need 2 more outs.
And Freddie Peralta, let me do this. He's
Man,
one of
he
my
was-
favorite pitchers.
Man,
He came in, did his job.
why did they take him out? Leave him in.
Because
He
that's your
didn't-
closer.
But
That's
but I get that part. But what I'm saying is this is the playoffs, right?
right.
Now, regular season, I get it. You know, get your closer some burn. But this is the playoff, and Freddie is on fire. He done just knocked 3 of these guys out. And leave him in until he at least give up a walk
Right.
or a hit.
Right.
Or his pitch count is too high and he's throwing all over the place. Then you bring in your closer.
He was efficient. And I asked but then when I think you go into Devin, you go into Devin Williams, okay, this dude, he's a shutdown closer.
I get it, but your guys
Until-
are fired.
Right. Until you gave up the 2-run homer to tie it, and then you gave them the I mean, they was wearing them out, man. So there you go. Even though I'm wearing my Brewers cap, there you go. There you go. There you go. I am awaiting a call from Phoenix. Just love to hear him explain how the Seahawks lost at home to the Giants yesterday. Waiting on that call.
How did that happen?
And for all of us Cowboy haters, I fell asleep. I wake up this morning, they won the game.
I can tell you what happened. I saw it. It went down to the wire.
Yeah.
And he found that cat at the corner. Well, not at the corner of the end zone, but right there by the pylon. And but Pittsburgh should have won that game. Pittsburgh should have won it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey, but Green Bay won, so hey,
Green
shout
Bay
out
won.
to Jordan Love.
Yeah.
My question to all you love.
I just like to remind Jordan Love, there's 4 quarters in the game. Be nice if you show up in the first half and not have to be so furious in the second half. Yesterday I was kind of in between. My godson Cameron brought his daughter by. Oh, beautiful Maya. Oh, she is so beautiful. So between that and peeking to see what was going on, they went up. So we were able to watch the end of it. And Zaire Alexander needs to get back. Because as much as I love Eric Stokes, that boy can't cover a paper bag.
Yeah, Stokes is trash, but that cat Xavier McKinney.
Yeah,
that cat. What he got?
Five interceptions, and then he had a. Then he
almost had it. Yeah,
then
he had a fumble,
recovery.
but he almost had 6, and it went straight through his hands. He almost had the 6th one.
Yeah. So, well, it. Who do we have Sunday? Oh, we got the Cardinals at home Sunday. Yeah, we should. But I'm not gonna. See,
Kyle Murray is
he's doing all right, but we should beat the Cardinals at home. They got a nice little run. I got to check to see if they had the Jets this year though.
Who, the Packers?
Yeah, because I think they play in the East.
No, they play Texas. They play Houston this year.
They got Houston. They got Dallas.
They got Dallas.
Dallas and Green Bay. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of sports, man, I love preseason basketball, man. The Bucks came out on fire, and then they put in the bench, and it started looking like the YMCA. Started looking like me and all my guys.
Look like a pickup
all my guys out there just out of shape, throwing the ball away. Man, it looked like me and Debo was playing 1-on-1.
Well, shout out to the Liberty.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Liberty. They man, Breanna Stewart is cold. So we'll see. And again, shout out to the Connecticut Sun. They were able to tie up the series in the WNBA semifinals, and so they play tomorrow night. I think they're playing in New York. No. They're playing in Minnesota tomorrow. The Lynx and the Sun. Good weekend for sports, man. I mean, it was 5 of the top 10 lost in college football.
Yeah, man, that was crazy, man. It was upset weekend, man.
Man, it was. But Alabama, Vanderbilt, and you got to love, man, because they do this in Madison. Let them pull off an upset. So what they did in Nashville, They tore down the goalpost.
The goalpost, yeah.
The police escorted them to the Cumberland River, and they threw the goalpost in the Cumberland River. Because there's no way Vanderbilt is supposed to beat Alabama, especially after Alabama beat up on Georgia the week before.
Yeah. And I see Alabama drop to what, number 4?
Yeah, well, I can see that. I mean, and it was a trap game. It really was a trap game. And I kept thinking at the beginning of the game, and to the point that they had it on the SEC network, because, you know, they're going to go in as a scrimmage for Alabama, right? Wrong.
That's what they thought.
And then you got upset alerts. They going in live on ESPN. ABC went in. It was number
I don't
one.
think I've ever seen an upset weekend like that.
No, it's been a while. It's been a while where you got teams falling.
But
I think it says something about the parity in college football, the alignment in the conferences. You know, you look at UCLA, USC, Oregon. I'm trying to think who else came to the Big Ten.
Oh, yeah.
Because Washington beat Michigan Saturday.
Yeah, Washington beat Michigan.
I don't know how long that brother's going to be coaching.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, that's tough. Let me do this also. Boy, I was talking to Cameron yesterday, and he said, Poppy, that guy we met, Keon, he died. I said, yeah. And what happened was his sister had a birthday party out at Texas Roadhouse, and Keon was out with because it was right around. I don't know if she was, but he was out with his goddaughter. And that's when they met Keon.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just like, man. So
yeah, it's been a crazy year.
Yeah, man. I don't want to see another funeral. I had one Friday, I had one Saturday. You know, I don't like. Who's that? Not if you listen to my wife, because it sounds like she gonna burn me up. So I might not be there in body. I'll be there in spirit.
She gonna burn you up.
I'm getting cremated, so I don't know if she gonna have the
put
ashes.
You in the oven, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm getting, you know.
Hey, man, don't forget the Lori seasoning, man. When they put you in the oven. Season you up, Jack, real good for the Lord. Amen. Season this cat up real good. Turn him over, season him up, throw him in.
Brother Jermaine, I taught Sunday school yesterday.
Yes, sir.
And boy, oh boy, that was low-hanging fruit yesterday. And I know Beach can appreciate this because he played. We did Psalms 51 yesterday. David's lament after he got caught up in that thing with Bathsheba. Oh, Jack. Man! So I asked the proverbial question. So was David upset that he did it, or that he got? Ain't that with most of us?
Hey, I think the preacher side of me is saying that he did it, but that old fleshly side of me is, Jack, you got caught with your drawers down.
Oh, but then it wasn't so much that she caught a baby.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
Yeah.
He did everything he did to try to cover up.
Trying to cover it. Yeah.
And so then I thought one of the morals of the story is it is not the original sin, but the cover up. Ask Richard Nixon.
I mean, because the cover up makes it worse.
Yeah, the cover up and all the machinations you have to go through to do that. And he went through some changes. Yeah. But I did point out, and you know, all respect to the biblical feminists that I know, that, you know, Bathsheba
was bad,
and she was down with David. And if you go and read, I didn't realize this, they conceived 6 kids together. One died. The first one died. So, and we ain't talking about girls, because girls weren't counted. So it was a fascinating story. It was very interesting to hear people's take on it and their response. And, you know, are people born evil? I mean, it was great. So let me shout out the Sunday school class. Man, when that fell on me in the rotation, like, I can do this one. Yeah, I can
see you now.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, this one I could do. This one is. So let me do it. And then let me say, folks came up, you know, folks who listen. And I did have some brothers. They came up and we were talking about Thursday. And I had noticed when we were doing the kind of annotation of what was going on, there was a whole lot of brothers calling in on Thursday.
Yeah, man. Listen, like we were saying earlier, we need an outlet to release, man, because a lot of times I know a lot of guys hide behind the pride thing.
Okay.
So they don't want to show that they, cry a little bit and they got feelings, or if a chick hurt them, they like, oh well, on to the next one, whatever. Well, as soon as they get home, they I'm hurt. But it's more like if we have an outlet to share with each other. Hey, listen, man, that hurt me, man. I'm human, and yeah, I might bust head to the white meat, but hurting my feelings, I'm a human. It hurt. Like if I bump my toe, I'm gonna yell ouch just like you.
You messing with my emotions, Smokey.
Yeah. Like, you playing with my emotions, Smokey? You playing with me, Smokey? That's how I feel. That's how I feel, man. So, just to have and I'm gonna say it, Miss Michelle, I love you. But she was like, suck it up, cupcakes.
Yeah, man up.
Yeah. Buttercups.
And we said, what if I got cancer? People said it ain't malignant.
Right. Suck it up,
suck it up. You gonna survive. Suck it up. And you in there crying. I used to say this though, man. You hear sisters say, yeah, I like a sensitive brother.
Yeah,
I like a sensitive brother. And we was going like, yeah, let him cry and his mama didn't die.
Oh, man, they going to talk about us.
Oh,
like,
my God.
I don't want no jellyback guy.
And if you cried at The Color Purple.
Oh, yeah, you getting talked about. Man, I want a sensitive guy that.
Okay, but hold on, Jay. But you can cry. You can cry at the end of Cooley High when Coach East, and the funeral. That Coach. Now that brothers can cry on that one.
Yeah,
that one hurt.
Tragedy.
That was tragedy, right? That one you could cry on. You better not be crying at The Color Purple.
Oh man,
you sit up here crying,
sniffing and carrying on,
and crying, eyes all swollen.
Yeah,
they don't. I tell you now, if your mama died, they might give you a pass.
Man, listen, I wouldn't care if they didn't. I mean, I'm gonna kick you to the curb. You laugh at me, and my mama.
No,
died.
you not.
Yeah, I ain't lying. I'm kicking you to the curb. If you laugh at me when I'm going through, and my mama gone. When I'm done, boo-hooing, I holler at you. We done.
Because she never liked your mama anyway.
Never liked my mama anyway.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. My mama never liked you either.
Get out.
Yeah, when you see those relationships, it's important. Someone said this, and I agree. So you marry your spouse's family.
I'm out of this conversation.
We don't come and it's just us. It's that family. And if you're able to get along, now there's some situations where okay.
So I want to ask a question since you went down this road. Is it possible to have a healthy marriage if the in-laws don't like you and you don't like them?
Yeah.
Man, please.
Yeah.
How is that possible? And the reason I ask is because now we talk holidays, and especially if they're very family oriented. Mm-hmm. She now is going without you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
man.
don't get to go to the family.
You don't want to go.
Bring me a plate. Bring me a plate. Bring me a plate.
Is it possible to have a healthy marriage and
yes,
and not get along with the in-laws?
Yes. I'm gonna let him answer from his point of view, and then I'm gonna answer from.
I'm gonna say, yeah. I mean, you just leave him alone to death.
But again, holidays.
But is that healthy?
I think it's
because
how you
when you
manage
said
it.
You didn't like my mama no way, and she didn't like you.
Right?
How can you
see? Because
then are you sympathetic to her needs and desires to be with her mother and around the family because you want her home with you for the holiday or with your family because they like her and they get along?
Well, I'll tell you what happens with us. Christmas, Rhonda goes to Miami. Mm-hmm. Okay, to be with her family. I may or may not go, and not because I love her family, her
Right.
family loves me.
Right.
But no. But I understand that that's her time with them.
Yeah.
They have their own routines.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, when you bring Keith in, it throws,
Yeah.
So appreciate that. We do Thanksgiving together.
Okay.
But Christmas, she goes home. I mean, I'm not, and again, I get along with her family. I think people, you figure it out. And look, truth be told, your mama ain't, a lot of times your mama ain't down with what you, I'm talking about dudes now, right? Their sons. Yeah. Your mothers are very protective. It's like dads with their daughters, right? I mean, so I'm thinking, but it's a tough one, man. It could be healthy, but it is not to say that it won't have challenges.
I don't think it can. I mean, it's just my personal opinion. I don't think that it is healthy. I don't think that it will work for the simple fact that when you have a situation like that, and especially for the holidays, like you were saying, normally for the holidays, everybody is together. It's family, and if the spouse's family don't like you, it makes that whole gathering awkward.
Right.
So now it's a whole elephant that's in the room. Everything is awkward. So then you feel like I don't want to be around these people. So then it comes a point in time over the years that, well, you go ahead and go, and I'm gonna stay back. And to really put love into the mix, love is really spelled Time. So you got to spend time to really show love. And if we're not spending any time, is there really any love in the place? See what I'm saying? So it's just the whole point of, for the holidays, you got one family that's like, I really don't like him or her. I don't want them there. And then you have to make a choice. Do I bring my spouse over here, or do I not even go?
Because, I mean, you've heard tell it so well, if I can't come, if he can't come, then I ain't coming either.
Right.
Well, you stay there with him then, because he can't come.
Yeah.
Now, there's some you don't want to bring. There's some he better keep his butt at home, because he gonna get over there and clown, and don't let no liquor get in the mix. Then you gotta. But I think it's always a balance. But you do marry your in-laws, and I mean it helps that you like each other. I mean the families, but
I mean, I think that family have a great influence on people's relationships, especially if you're closer with your family.
Right.
So even though you might have felt like, hey, this is my husband and wife, at the end of the day, if your family feel a certain way about these people, it puts a big stumbling block in your relationship.
Right.
Because now you got to try to figure out, how do I bring these two worlds together without them clashing?
And I never had to deal with, and being descendants of enslaved Africans, one of the big white elephants in the room is that you bring your white wife or girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah, that could be complicated. This caller's been real patient, man. I know you talked. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning. And sorry, thank you for your patience. Good morning.
Good morning, Keith. I promise I won't yell at you. You know the Coptic church on the south side of Oak Creek? You ever heard about that or seen it?
Yeah.
I highly suggest you got contact with them. And you with a theology background, I think you would actually love it. Okay. Did you ever talk to them?
I have not.
I think you would love it. Okay. You would love it. And this is what, like, because you're a minister.
Yes.
So you'll get into, now there's totally many dimensions. They got all these really things like the 3-in-1 conflict, and words, how many heads does God have? And they got all these different things, like you said about the Roman church, how the U.S. inherits the European thing. So these will give you the original, because they're in communion with the Syriac, Arameans, the Armenians, the Ethiopic, Coptic. When I say Ethiopic or Egyptic, it's kind of like the linguistic technical. Coptic means Egyptic, and there's the natives. And I can't guarantee what they're going to say about all the modern stuff, but I know they'll give you another perspective. And as long as you don't go in like you're the Islamophobic police, they'll clam up. But if you're open, they have open houses, and they would love to talk with you. Nobody reaches out to them, and they're alone.
Well, I will put it. I will definitely put it on my to-do list. I am always fascinated with. Well, I love philosophy. I love religion, and I really appreciate Michelle because I, like her, do not believe that religion has any place in public education. Period.
Yeah. No, that's good.
And
I
this,
agree with you.
you know, and I think the danger there's this idea of white Christian nationalists, and for you, I think you're Jewish. You're not included. I'm not included. I think part of
You got that right.
no, and I'd
Yeah,
say that the only
it's
thing
really
that
bad.
the white
It's getting worse.
evangelicals will look, and the reason why they're so supportive of Israel is not that there's so much for Jewish people. It has everything to
No.
do their fear of biblical prophecy. And so
Yeah.
that's where they're lining themselves up in terms of being able to do it. But I agree with Michelle. It has no place. Prayer has no place in public school
Right.
as a
I'm
as a
surprised they still
requirement.
do.
I think kids
I
should be
didn't
able
know
to
they
pray.
still had it.
Right.
I didn't even know they still had it.
Yeah, they have
was a
it.
kid, I thought we
And
got rid of
yesterday,
it.
I think it was Madeline Murray O'Hare
Yeah.
was the woman
way
who brought the lawsuit about. I think it was
Right.
it the prayer in school? It was the Jehovah's Witness who brought, I think, the lawsuit relative to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Were they against it?
Yes,
The
because they don't
Jehovah's
take oaths.
Yeah, they're very different. Yeah,
Right,
they're really
and they wouldn't
interesting.
certainly not do an allegiance to the flag. I don't do a pledge of allegiance to the
That is
flag.
fascinating.
That is idolatry in my mind. I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable seeing the American flag in sanctuaries, but that's me. I understand this is where we live, but that separation of church and state becomes important. Not so much because I want to deny you your right to exercise is when you begin to enforce it on me. Right.
No.
I mean, so if you're the only Muslim guy in the class, now I was talking to again my buddy who had passed. They grew up Catholic. The Catholic high school I went to, the majority of black students out there were Protestants. We weren't Catholic. And so there was that balance. But one of the things that was allowed was until my senior year, you didn't have to take religion. You could get an exemption, and you didn't have to go to mass. Now I went to mass because I enjoyed mass.
Cool.
But yeah, so it was, and again, I'm at a Catholic school. So I'm going to be exposed to Catholicism. My mama had to know that when she sent me there. Right. And I'm going to be exposed to it. So, all right, man, I got a break.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're listening to Community. All right. You're listening to Community Voice. The phone line's open 414-444-5250. 414-444-5250. Phoenix, I'm still waiting on you. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Community Voice. And again, the phone line's open 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. I'm getting to the point now that I'm not even watching television that has commercials. I am sick of the political commercials.
Yeah,
and I understand it's Christmas for us, but man, it's and sometimes it's like a horror film, man. The worst they can get. I mean, they just, oh my God. And it's always been lying in politics. So let's not act as if all of a sudden, people, it's always been lying. But Saturday Night Live had a great skit. They were going into the debate between Walz and Vance. And so JD Vance told some lies. And he...
Hello?
Yep. We good? All right.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. All right. We good?
We got Arizona.
Oh, we got Arizona.
Yep.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you can hear me. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
I hear you. I hear you.
I know you hear me. I know you hear me.
Listen here.
Okay, how you doing? How was your
Hey,
weekend?
listen. I got two questions for you.
No, you ain't got two questions for me. You need to answer
Yeah,
for
I
me.
do.
No.
I do
You
have
should
two
have some
questions.
answers for me. No questions,
Okay.
answers.
Okay. I got answers for you. Okay.
All right, give me your questions. Then I'm gonna wait for your answers. What's your
Okay.
question?
Who's the leader of your division?
Damn, those damn Vikings.
Oh, hey, put you down real quick. Hey, put you down real fast.
Right.
Straighten you right up.
The only thing is Aaron Jones not having a great season up there, but everybody else up there is doing very well. Yeah.
Okay. And then my second thing is, who's ahead of our division?
Who knows? Does anybody have a winning record in that division?
No. Hey, now you sound like me. Now you sound like me. Don't want to answer the question.
No, because I don't really know. And then I don't want to answer the question because they were talking about who lost. Did Frisco lose yesterday?
Everybody in my division lost, but the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are the bottom of our division. So that means we still number one in our division.
And guess where they're going next week?
That's where. Oh, who?
They in Green Bay. They in Green Bay Sunday.
Hey, anything can happen with that game there.
All right.
Anything.
So yeah, I don't know who is in first place in that division. Is it Seattle?
You better believe it.
Oh, okay. So then, explain to me, Ricky, what you got some explaining to do. I guess you should have known something was up when it was almost 90 degrees in Seattle on Sunday. So what happened? You lost to the Giants at home?
Hey, SIT happens.
It sure did.
Hey, you know what? When I got to work today, I made a conscious bet and I'm pretty sure you agree with me with this bet here.
Okay.
I bet some food on the Commanders against Baltimore.
Really?
Commanders,
good,
man. Commanders, man. They look good.
Did you see the end? Who did Buffalo lose to yesterday? Who was Houston?
Yeah.
And they should have won that game.
At the end.
The coach.
Yeah.
You gonna throw 3 passes?
Dummy.
And all of them incomplete would stop the clock?
Run the timeout.
It makes no sense.
Makes no sense, man.
Boy, and I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching football for a long time.
Right.
My goodness, that's some of the stuff you be like, some of these coaches don't need to be coaching.
Well, I know this. A lot of gamblers lost money this weekend.
I know they did.
I don't know who picked Vanderbilt. Probably a diehard Vanderbilt fan. who picked. Oh, he made because I think they were 3 touchdown underdogs.
They're 21 points.
Yeah. I mean,
but did we talk about the Georgia and Alabama? Did we talk about that?
We didn't talk about that. Nope.
Oh my God! What that was probably one of the best college games this year.
But you know what? I was thinking that, and I said it earlier. I thought Vanderbilt was a trap game. I mean, how do you beat the number 1 team in the country, and then you go into Vanderbilt, right? That's supposed to be a scrimmage
because they thought it was going to be easy. They thought it was going to be a cakewalk.
Wrong.
Yeah. Hey, that's how it be. If you don't bring your A game, any game, because you're going against professionals. If you don't bring it, you will get beat by a team you never heard of.
Especially in the SEC. Because most people playing in the SEC gonna be playing on Sundays.
Big board.
Yeah, so I sat there and watched it again. Just show you it was supposed to be such a blowout that they didn't put it on ESPN or put it on ABC. Who wants to watch, Alabama going and beat up on Vanderbilt? Well, it didn't happen.
Nobody wants to watch that.
And David will win from time to time, right? Usually Goliath is going to win, but every now and then David will come along and he'll beat Goliath. If Vanderbilt played Alabama next week. Oh man, that would be like 58-0, right?
you wouldn't even hear about it,
right? We beat when I was in high school. We beat a team that was 24-0 my junior year. We played in my senior year. These dudes took vengeance on us. These dudes, man, and some of them weren't even on the team that lost. But they remember that.
What they say? What they say? I remember.
I remember, man. It was just kind of going back to. Well, we went back to. That's how we knew it was an aberration because we went back to our losing ways. So it was just like, okay. So yeah, David will win from time to time. That'll happen where David will go on and win. But usually, Goliath is going to win.
I got a basketball question for you.
All right.
What your boy said the other day? He said, I'm not using my daddy. My daddy didn't get me this far. Bronny James. Negro, ain't nobody picking 65th pick in the first round. you better sit on down with that.
My daddy ain't got nothing to do with this. Dude, you were averaging 2.3 points a game at USC.
Hey,
come on, man. Don't tell me your daddy didn't have it. You get picked in the second round?
You were doing double backboard.
Right. Played 1 year?
Played 1 year because he was sick the first year.
Yeah, because he
had the heart issue. And then when it looks like Michael Jordan and Michael Jordan's kids, because his kids never grew, Kareem's kids never really grew. Bronny is what, 5'11"? How tall is Bronny James, man?
Dude, that dude, only thing he gonna be good at is getting the ball because they're 6'10" and at their knees. That's about it.
But you know what, man? If my daddy's name was LeBron James and I get in the NBA, I'm gonna take it. What about you?
I think I'm gonna take it too.
Yeah, of course we're gonna take it. We just hating.
Yeah, but guess what? I ain't gonna say no BS. And talking about my daddy ain't had nothing to do.
You say all the right things, man.
That ain't the right thing.
That is the right thing, man. That is the right thing, man. I got here on my own merits.
Hey, we can see.
Right. So I tell you what you do: change your name, make your last name Parris. If you there on your own militia, then take my name and let's see how far you get.
Hey, ain't no starting point guard named Terrence. Let's give it up for Terrence, number 2.
And his daddy ain't got nothing to do with it. His daddy ain't got nothing to do with it. Who your daddy is important, y'all. I'm just saying, and maybe because some of us have grown up in situations where our dad really couldn't do much for us. But man, if my daddy's name was Rockefeller, you think I'm not gonna be rocking Rockefeller?
Hey, listen here. And if I get married, I get divorced. You ain't keeping that name.
Oh, she might go in the court and fight though. Isn't that what Tina did?
No, Kevin Hart wife doing that right now.
Right, Tina did it. What's her name? The gospel singer, Vicky Winans. So I don't want nothing. Just let me keep the name because that's where I made my money.
And it's attachment to the name, because if I can hold on to the name, everything that comes with the name, I get.
That was her brand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess, but you're right off. But don't say your daddy ain't had nothing to do with it.
You right,
and still keep his name.
right, yeah.
Right.
So you say,
wait a minute, where this high school number?
Right. You want to keep the name.
My daddy ain't got nothing to do with this, right?
Yeah, man, stop it, dude. Stop it.
Did he score?
Stop it.
No, he didn't.
Man,
he
had 2
missed
points.
the shot. Wait, yesterday before the preseason game?
Yeah.
Oh, yesterday.
No. Yesterday, though, he didn't score.
Ago.
No,
yesterday.
yesterday.
A double backboard, like I said.
Yeah, he didn't score at all. LeBron passed him the ball.
It's interesting when you talk about.
Wait, right off. His daddy. That had nothing to do with
his dad passed him the ball and kind of set a screen, and he shot the ball and Westbrook. I mean,
oh man, did his daddy? Okay, that's the thing. Do your daddy side eye? You look at you like,
dude. You should have saw the look. You should have saw the look that it was kind of like his body reaction was like, man. I was like, dude,
you a second round pick.
Like, you trash.
Second round pick, man. Come on, man.
He trash.
Man, he need to be a red shirt.
man, he need to be a pink green shirt. He need to be a black shirt.
All right, Jay. So is Finassus coming back?
He's actually he's actually on the team.
Wait.
He's a free agent.
I see Finassus threw out a pitch the other day.
He's actually part of the Bucks team. They got him. He was hurt, so he had surgery on his ankle, I believe.
Achilles.
Yeah, he had surgery on his
up
foot
in the Olympics.
Yeah, and so he's still on the team, but he's not on the roster.
Okay.
So he's part of the team, of course. They figured out a way to bamboozle the system.
And didn't he throw the pitch out of the Brewers game?
He sure did. Yeah.
Oh, that dude, Finassus and Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
Man.
Now,
the city love him. The city love him. You got to.
Now, I think because I like the way Finassus play, man. Though he hustle. It says he just wild. Like he just
wild.
Like
he's
just
wild.
Like he like one of them kids that when you go to the court and they just running around and they playing defense on you, but they won't let up, but they can't shoot. None of that. Be like, dude, hold somebody else. That's who dude reminds me.
Let me say this, brothers.
He's the dude you picked last.
Right.
You know who he is? He's Rudy. He's Rudy. He is Rudy Rudiger.
Yeah.
Rudy. Yeah. I mean, the guy's out there, he works hard. But
Hey, before I go, he is the best cheerleader we got.
Hey, man, I mean, you need that energy guy. You need the hype, man.
Yeah, man, that kind of rough.
Hey, and they got Rondo as shooting guard coach.
As the coach, yeah. Rondo.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah. And Rondo can't even shoot.
That was going to say, so it's not the shooting guard.
Wait. I don't know if he's the shooting coach. I don't know if he's the shooting coach.
But he said he's on the number 2.
Yeah, he's on the coaching staff to work with the players. It's not sure. They got some other guy that Dame worked with. Okay. That's the shooting coach.
Okay.
Yeah, because they took a picture like
Darvin Ham is the assistant.
Yeah.
Darvin.
All right, man.
Yeah.
So they got Rondo on the coaching staff.
Because Rondo was so bad with his outside shot, the Olympics, they sent him home.
But he was an excellent point guard.
He's a great point guard. He's one of the best
point
guards. That dude, his basketball IQ
was crazy. He couldn't shoot.
Right. And I don't know how you make that adjustment. I mean, maybe, that's time that you just spend the whole summer. Let's see how much, hopefully Giannis worked on free throws after the Olympics and see what that looks like.
But I'm going to tell you who looked good last night from the Dame looked.
They said Dame looked good.
Dame was woo. He was on him and Gary Trent. That boy,
Gary Trent Jr.
Gary Trent was light. Who that? Gary? Oh, I missed that part. Yeah. So he was, man.
We drafted his old man.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, we drafted, and then we drafted him too, didn't he? He played with the Bucks.
He played with the Bucks. Yeah. Gary Trent. Yep. Yeah. And then we let him go. Because he was drafted when we drafted that cat Norman Powell that left and went to Toronto and ate us up. and now you're over at the Clippers. But yeah,
boy, the people that got away,
man.
And I shouldn't even be talking about the NBA because we're still in football season. But man, first game, right? When is it? Well, those preseasons. Yeah, but yeah.
I'm going to the game when they play the Lakers, man. I got to see.
That's right.
I got to see LeBron and them up close.
Well, you know what? It's selling tickets.
Yeah,
it's definitely selling tickets.
Well, actually, I got floor seats for like $80.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I want to
see
for a
preseason game.
Yeah, for preseason game. So I want to see what Bronny gonna do. Man, I know he gonna stink up the joint. So I'm gonna ask the coach to create me a uniform and put me in the game. Put me in the game, coach. I can stink up the joint for a couple thousand.
I coached a team and they were very good. These were 7th and 8th graders. They was very good. I'm gonna tell you, kids understand, right? And so we be blowing teams out, be 20, 25. Yeah. So I had 8 guys. So the 3 bench guys were the 2 bench guys. The 6th man was basically like a starter. Yeah. The other 3, man, when we be blowing people out, they be like in my pocket.
Yeah.
You know, we surgically, man, we be in one of those tight games. And they done moved so far down.
They don't want that pressure.
They don't want that pressure. Put me in. Because if they mess up, the way kids handle that, they jumping on you after the game. You know, when your teammates jump on you. And I saw that happen. 8th grader, this kid was the star of the team, and we beat him. And they jumped on their star player. Yeah. Because there was no way we were supposed to beat these dudes. That's what I was coaching the Cavs. But I never, man, so no, you don't want to be in when the money's when the game is on the line. Yeah, and one dude got up there, he could win the game with free throws, and me and the other coach looked at each other and said, that boy got bricks in his drawers right now.
He's scared as a
He's scared. And I understand that, man. I mean, you know, when the people say that you shouldn't, you're gonna be scared.
Oh, yeah.
You got to just overcome your fear.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you now, and I can ball, man. I was just joking about stinking up the joint, but even for me, man, playing like in the little tournament games, man, and when the game was on the line and you at the free throw line, it's all type of thoughts that running through your head. And this is a little church league. This is, you know, something of that magnitude. So just imagine.
Church league wasn't little.
Well, yeah, that's true because the first team I played for was Philadelphia, Church of God in Christ, and Tyrone was my coach.
Oh, Kelly?
Yeah, he was my coach. Tyrone was my coach. And we had
a baseball guy.
Yeah, but he coached the squad.
Oh, did he?
Oh man, we had a squad. Me, Ricardo, met my boy Chad Roper.
Okay.
Toy. Man, we went to the championship game and played this team called God Squad.
Oh, okay.
And
we played in the church league. The dominant team was Ebenezer and Christian Faith.
I don't know. I think the dominant team is New Birth? Is it New Birth and Christian Faith?
Yeah, it could be. You got younger dudes there.
Yeah.
I was thinking if Evolve had a team, they would probably.
Man, it'd be the league.
Yeah.
It'd be the league. They had a squad.
Man, we went up against Christian Faith and
yeah, them boys were
those
ball.
Dudes were but
I'm sorry. We played against Baum and Gilead in the church league one time. The Holy Redeemer. This was
you played with Holy Redeemer?
I played with Holy Redeemer.
Y'all weren't very good.
Man, we got bro. Listen, I'll never forget it. We was out there, we was getting whooped so bad, man. They was throwing the ball off the backboard, dunking on us. I'll never forget this, bro. I got so mad at the ref. I'm running down the court. I look at the ref like, man, stop the game. You see us getting the bill we getting the bill in front of all these people, man. They was in the audience is laughing. I mean,
mercy rule. Mercy.
Keith, I'm not joking, bro. They whooped us so bad. They was throwing the ball off the backboard, doing 360 dunks. And I'm looking at the ref. And you running down the court, I'm like, man, stop the game, man.
Redeemer's a great choir, but that basketball.
Oh, we suck. We stuck up. Oh my God,
they made us look good.
I'm not lying. Dude. It was one of the worst games I ever seen.
And I remember, and it's so funny, man. Like people go to like the church league. People, you know, like you look at the kickball league. The fans can go. So watch these born again, saved Christian.
Oh,
fans.
They cuss you out.
Oh my God, they lose their mind. And I don't know who Christian Faith lost to that year. Oh, I know who they lost to that year. The church right over here where God, one of the Yancey brothers, right there.
Oh, I know.
Is it New Paradise?
I think it's New Paradise.
Right. They beat Christian Faith.
Really?
And man, the Christian Faith fans, because they supported their team.
Yeah.
And every now and then Bishop would come out. They supported their team. He wasn't there that day though.
Oh yeah.
Because he wouldn't have recognized a lot of his parishioners because they was like, and I'm gonna tell you, when women become fans, you truly got a fan.
Yeah, you truly got a fan.
You truly got a fan. She knows the game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was my sister, who is a, just avid Packer fan, Bucks fan.
Yeah.
We were sitting there, and I don't know, we were talking, and we were kind of going like, we were kind of looking at that first half thinking maybe we should go to Willis last week.
Yeah.
Because people were saying he could have sat another week.
Yeah, I totally agree with that one.
Yeah, because it was that first half, and you hate the jump off the bandwagon, though. I'll do it in a New York minute. It was kind of going like, dude, and Jordan Love is kind of scary to me because that dude can be feast or famine. He threw that pass that Reed. He hit Reed.
Oh,
between the three.
Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he threw that, but then he told it the big six.
But in his defense, you have to look at that play because two people. I know Jacob missed the block, and then one other guy that tried to recover. No. I know, but hold up. If he would have had time to throw, he would have never ended up in that position that he was falling down and he tossed the ball like that.
True that.
So the guy that came in from the left side, there was two players. It was I forgot the guy. I think it was 98 and Jacobs. Because it was a block.
What's Jacobs? He's number 8.
Jacobs is number 8.
They was wearing him out in pass protection.
So he had missed that block, and dude came in on the left side. Yeah. And then that's how, because Jordan Love didn't even see him. So when they got hit, he falling down. He tried to throw it to the sideline.
You know who else used to do that?
Favre and
Aaron Rodgers.
Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Look, I know Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love, you are no Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but they all got it from Favre.
Yeah, I was going like, and then it wasn't. I know he was trying to, but to the sideline, this was like, dude was like, this is a gift.
He was falling out, and as soon as before he fell, he tossed it, but it wasn't far enough to the sideline. So dude was like,
"You think?
Hey man, let me get that."
A little short. A little short.
Thank you. I appreciate this, brother. Thank you. He say, "You think?"
Or what was it in Major League when the dude threw the pitch? He said, "Just a little outside." way over. Just a little outside. It's just, oh man. So you sit there, and that's the problem when you get emotionally involved with it because you live and die on every play.
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't be. My buddy, he after the 4th and 26 game.
Yeah.
He never watched another Packer game after that. He said when emotionally, he said emotionally, he just, and man, I can understand that, man. Well, and here's something else. And when I was still at the courthouse, I work from home now, but I was in the courthouse, I could tell you if the Packers won or lost.
Because how the people was reacting.
How they were dressed. If the Packers won, all you saw was green and gold. Packer gear. The Packers lost. You see no Packer gear. None.
Wow.
None at all, man. I mean, it is to be a real fan and but then did you see all the Packer fans?
Yeah, that was in
LA.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
They travel well.
Packers fan base is crazy because even when they played in Brazil, they was down in Brazil, like.
Yeah, look, the football gods said that pro football should never be played on a Friday night if it's not a preseason game.
Or a high school game.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Oh, man. So it's good weekend. Man, I'm still aching on the Brewers. And that one was – and I'm such a fickle fan because I hadn't been really watching them all season. Yeah. And then, now it's the playoffs. Everybody's on the bandwagon. Yeah. Hey, look, this is like – 84. So 82 was the year they went to the World Series, which was crazy. How do you lose the World Series and still get 1 million people downtown for the parade?
But because we ain't never did nothing. So we always been the bottom of the barrel. So when we got there, And then a few years ago, we was one game away from the World Series, and we played the Dodgers. And again, with pitching and things of that nature, it's like we always make mistakes with the pitching. I just don't get it, man.
And then who's Hader pitching?
Oh, he plays with
the Orioles.
No, he got traded from the Orioles. He plays with I just seen him pitching.
Yeah, he just closed for somebody. Because originally he went to San Diego,
yeah,
right?
San Diego, and then they traded him.
Yep. All right. We still have. Well, actually, we're gonna go up on a break because we have a player for Houston.
Yeah, he plays for the Houston Astros.
I hate the Astros.
I think they
cheaters.
Lost, didn't they?
Yeah, cheaters.
Yeah, the Houston Astros is
cheaters.
Yeah.
You're listening to Community Voice. We got one more minute.
No, actually, you can actually do it. I'm just trying to find.
Okay.
Put you in position to win, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you better believe it, brother.
Let me do my Terrence Howard. Yeah, man.
Man. Batman, man. Batman, man.
I'd love to hear that brother say, man, yeah, what up, man?
Man. What's the problem, man? They did a skit when he was like, they kept asking him questions, and he was like, "I'm looking for Batman." It's like Batman, man.
Now, here's a dude. He was in the original Iron Man. He was so difficult, they had to replace him, and they replaced him with Don Cheadle.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He was in the original, and bam. All right, you're listening to Community Voice. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
dropping off money.
Right. Dropping
He's
off
just
money.
making a payment.
I left home to be with my side.
That's Mr. Willie. He ain't doing nothing but taking
Mr.
money.
Willie.
Mr. Willie.
Mr. Willie for the Sunday school class. What you doing over here at 11 o'clock?
He said, Brother Willie.
Brother Willie?
Brother Willie.
I saw Brother Willie Buick pull up on 2nd and Keith. What you doing down here, Brother Willie, at 11 o'clock? Well, I'm just dropping off the bereavement offering.
Checking in on the sick and the shut-in.
To Mother Duck Goose. God bless you. See you at church in the morning.
God love you.
God loves you. That sounds like God loves you.
I was doing a funeral, and the granddaughter got up, and she was talking about her granddad. And so her granddad, you know, he had some spots he go to, and she drove by a spot because she know he could get a little full, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, well, when he left, she said, I'm just gonna follow him home and make sure he get home okay. And I remember standing up saying, I'm glad he went home.
Because boy, if he'd have went to,
he could have pulled up in another driveway.
If he'd have went to Bertha house, boy, it'd have been.
And you up there calling your big mama, mama.
He just pulled up at Evangelist Bertha house.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, someone told me this early on in my life, and it is so true.
Yeah.
You cannot stop by people's houses unannounced.
Listen, for me, I almost said I wish, but I wish. Don't you ever pop up at I swear to God, I'm leaving you on the front porch. Because that actually happened to me the other day.
And don't you ever pop up on somebody.
Yeah,
I was just in the neighborhood.
No.
You gonna see something you didn't want to see.
Here, because I know ready. Back in the day, they used to do that all the time. Well, I'm in the neighborhood, so I stop by such and such houses. And man, listen, you show up at my house. If I don't know you coming and my doorbell ring, you gonna be out there until Jesus come. Because I'm not coming to the door because I don't know you coming, and I didn't tell you to come. Like I had a situation one time that when I was dating this young lady, and for me, you know, at a certain point in time, when I go to sleep, I'm asleep. Right. You know, it's over. So it's about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm asleep. I had no clue that she was gonna stop by. She didn't tell me and nothing. So I guess she called herself trying to spy eye and sneak up on me, right? So she leave the club and pop up at my house. Doorbell ring. Beat me up. It wake me up out my sleep because it scared me. And who's this at my door? I peek out. It's her. She calling me. I'm at your door. Well, you gonna be down there. Well, you must have another chick. No, because you gonna respect my rules. My rules is don't just pop up at my house.
Who is it? Is it? I can never pronounce it. Nichelle, the Google had the bass player.
Oh yeah.
Outside, what is outside my window?
Yeah.
That's
exactly what was going on.
Outside, right.
Outside, because you
just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Man.
You wouldn't just happen to be in the neighborhood.
And half of that stuff be, you know, they be having all type of thoughts running through their mind, and then they think, oh, it's perfect time to pop up and try to catch. But surprise.
Not to say one of the reasons given. But that might have caused that level of suspicion.
Listen here. Call me first.
We had just got married. And so, you know, we get home from work, we can put some work in. Yeah. And it was my fault, so I should have never answered the door. Yeah. So I go downstairs because we get ready, you know, put some work in, right? Yeah. And my buddy comes over, he come upstairs, and then he's sitting there. And I'm, you know, he done chase Rhonda all. I mean, he's just sitting there. Yeah. And then I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. And I mean, he sat there for like 15 minutes, and then he go, "Oh, my bad. Was y'all gonna do something?"
I would have been like,
"Yeah, you gotta go."
Right. Look, first of all, you ain't coming through the door.
But you know, and that was the mistake.
Yeah.
Because when I go by his crib,
you outside.
He done pulled every shade. And then, you know, you outside.
You see the same move. You in there, brother. I just saw the same move.
But okay, I'm going to respect that. I'm going to respect. No, don't stop by people's houses unannounced. Yeah. You know, I need to be able to get my crib together before you come by the crib because our house is lived in.
Not only that, my crib can be together. If I don't know you coming, you ain't getting in. I'm gonna sit there like I don't even hear you.
Man,
I mean, you can look through the window and see me sitting there looking at you.
I ain't letting you in.
Guess what, Jack? Better you than me.
Sound like Lavelle Crawford.
You ain't getting in, Jack.
He didn't let his daddy in. He didn't let his grandmama in. His mama said, don't let nobody in the house.
Listen here, Doc. It's a song we used to sing in Sunshine Band, and I know Debo can contest to this. This song goes something like this. Somebody's knocking, and it must be Jesus. Why don't you let them in?
Better be Jesus.
Yeah, and if you ain't the Lord,
Jesus.
listen here, Jack. You ain't getting in. So Debo, remember that song? Somebody's knocking, and it must be Jesus. Why won't you let me?
Oh, they trying to get
let
y'all.
him in.
They trying to get y'all saved.
Yeah,
early,
Doc. Today, let him in.
They get y'all saved early.
Open up your heart.
I was listening to somebody, and I don't know if we were talking about it in Sunday school, but I realized this is really an African American tradition, the morning bench.
Oh, the morning, yeah, you sit on that front row.
You sit on that front row till you got saved.
But you got, in order for it to really be the morning bench, you got to have one of the mothers that got a hat on and sit on them rows that they hear.
Oh yeah,
like
oh
yeah, and then that's when it becomes the morning bench.
And here's the thing. We ain't leaving church.
No,
till you get saved.
Listen, Doc, Debo can tell you about these.
Man,
we used to be in church from 5 in the morning to 5 that next morning. It seemed like, man, we was in church forever. And then, by my dad being an assistant pastor, he was the first one there and the last one to leave. So, he'd lock up the church and open up the church. So we get in there early. We sitting there and like, wow. Like he did all of the prayer meetings. So we had to go to the prayer meetings. And I remember one time me and my brother, my older brother, we just got so frustrated while he was praying, and it was us in the church. So, we got to throw in candles in the balcony of Rehoboth. So we was on the floor, we threw the candles in the back. So my dad was praying. And then it hit, pow. Oh, Lord, he walking around, Jesus. Me and my brother laughing like, boy, y'all no clue. we throwing all these candles from the bottom of the church to the bottom. He praying, save him, Lord. Save him. So he go back down on his knees, pow. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord, we actually, me and my brother was crying. To this day, he don't know that we did it. So I think one of these days we going to tell him. Oh, Dad, it was us.
Well, you know what? I was such a stalker, man. And this is people say, well, why do you so ecumenical? Because I used to stalk these girls at all the different religions. Yeah. So there was a young lady I had a crush on. We were middle school. I had just kind of joined our choir, and we were going over to her daddy's church. Well, I got the times mixed up, and so I got there after the choir sang, but I'm crushing on her. So I'm like 114. So I go, okay, I'll just stay for evening service. International Deliverance Church of God in Christ.
Oh, that was that small church.
Yeah, Elder
I remember you.
Elder Connors. So I'm over there, and look, Church of God in Christ. About getting people saved,
man.
They take getting people saved seriously.
Yeah.
So here I am, and they come down because I'm in the throes of a crush. I had no clue what I was up, so I came down, and they had all these folks line up, and so they asking, "Are you saved?" And I said the wrong thing.
You said no.
I said I don't know.
Oh.
We had mothers coming from they start wait a minute. They start laying hands on me, and then they got up in the fro.
Oh,
Elder Connors got up in the fro. And I'm going like, oh, they worked on my little Baptist behind.
Yeah.
But you need a special thing to get those Baptists saved.
Oh man.
Yeah, you need some really.
Yeah, man. Y'all got to go down in holy water like 12 times.
12, 14 times, to get.
Redip them. Dip them again.
I had a young lady at our church, and she loved her granddaughter so much. Her granddaughter used to joke, before I went to school, my grandmother would just bathe me in oil.
Yeah.
She had all kind of anointing oil on her. I was like, but yeah, he got all up in my fro. And I was like, man, what?
Man, listen. Speaking of hairdos,
and now you don't have to, because then you had to. It was a 2-part thing, right?
yeah.
You had to be saved, and
Yeah.
then you had to show
Speaking
the
tongue.
power of the Holy Ghost,
Yeah.
right?
Man, listen. I remember one time, speaking of hairdos, never forget this as long as I live. The movie Friday came out, right?
Okay.
And Big Worm. Big Worm had his hair,
With the curl.
Oh man, listen here, man. I messed around and showed up at a Church of God in Christ convention at at Evangelistic Temple on Hopkins. Bishop Flakes, listen here, man. Let me tell you what happened to me. This movie just came out. I decide that I'm going to do my hair like that, but I just got up fresh from being pressed with the hot. So they turned me over. It's still smoking Joe Frazier up there. I mean, hair steaming. Doc, I pull up to the church, walk in there and get on the organ. Now, first of all, I was bogus anyway because I had on a snakeskin suit. Listen, I'm not joking. I had on the suit that my Uncle Wayne gave me. It was one of my favorite suits. I'll never forget it. It had snakeskin on the shoulder. Wait a minute. Snakeskin on the shoulder. And it had snakeskin on the front part of the jacket. And then it was a little strip of snakeskin down the side of the jeans. And I had on the snakeskin boots. Listen here,
Don't
Jack.
tell him he wasn't clean.
Man, listen, man. I walk in there with my hair smoking. Joe Frazier, just like I just took the rollers out. I get on the organ. Sister Carter come from in the back of the place. All I remember was I'm getting ready to play, and I felt this hand on my shoulder like. She said, right out. She looked over. She said, Jeff Tucker, come get on the organ. Then she looked at me and said, right out, don't you ever come in here ever again with your hair like that. Boy, get off the organ. You know better. And me and my snakeskin suit slithered off the organ. Dude, I've never forgot that.
Did you leave?
I sat in the back.
I know, that's what I was getting.
Because I felt so embarrassed. Because first of all, I thought I was clean. I think I was about like 16 with a snakeskin suit and snakeskin boots. So I'm thinking, hey man, I'm gonna slide and slither up in here. Man, she tapped me on the shoulder. Yeah, like, man, listen, hey, Doc, I'm talking about feet turned to the left, and like I'm standing there like I'm the man. I'm slithering up there like she come from out the back and tapped me so hard on my right shoulder, I still feel her to this day. She was right out, Jeff. Boy, don't you ever come in here like that ever again.
Man, I don't know what it is. I understand musicians, they get a pass in terms of what their fashion choices are. But, there's a word called uniform. One form. And I love that the National Baptist Convention and the Church of God in Christ, we have what we call convocation/convention uniform for a choir. White top, black bottoms.
Yeah. Now for musicians.
So the musicians,
we can wear anything.
They wear anything.
But normally now most musicians is locking in with the all black. So you'll see them with all black on. If you really gigging or playing, you'll see the majority of these cats.
Well, Ricky Dillard, he puts his musicians.
They wear like smocks or something like that. My boy D Hearn play for him.
Oh, really?
Yep, he played bass.
Man, that band.
Yeah, them boys is crazy.
Man.
Yeah, D Hearn on bass. Them boys go
man,
nuts.
They be doing some stuff over there.
Yeah.
And Ricky done got old.
But he's still moving.
But he ain't moving like he ain't moving like that. But he do like one dip a show now.
Yeah, with all that glitter on.
Oh my God!
Shiny shoe shine.
Who does not the choir be?
Yeah,
he dressed the choir.
I don't know who dressed him.
Man, but he come out with some stuff. I love his the whole, I don't know what you call it, priest thing. When
Oh
he
yeah,
comes
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah,
with the
yeah.
vestments
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
They got the little skull cap.
Yeah.
But no, man, that band is like,
Man, them boys is crazy, and they rehearse like crazy, man.
well, I think you also benefit from being in Chicago.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a big city.
All of the heavy hitters.
Oh yeah, you got all this great talent out there. Just so much bigger. And people. Well, in Milwaukee, so you got to take Milwaukee into scale. Milwaukee is 600,000 people.
Yeah.
Chicago is 3 million people.
Yeah.
Chances are,
you're
gonna just have more talent just because of scale.
Because of the number. Yeah.
Just the number. So it's not to say that we don't have great musicians here. We do.
Yeah.
They just got more of them.
Yeah.
In Chicago, and the competition is such that it brings out the best. Carla, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Yes, hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, I was listening to you and Brother Ryder. Brother Ryder, didn't you do a little pastor?
No, that's my dad that did the pastor, and he was the assistant pastor at Rehoboth. And I really know you.
I thought you tried to set up something and try to do a little something.
No. That was my cousin Jeffrey.
Okay.
I think they was gonna take over Rehoboth.
Right, Jeffrey right out.
Yeah. But he passed away during April.
Oh, Jeffrey died, huh?
Yeah. He passed away April 14th.
Well, you know something. I was hearing you guys talk about the mourners bench, and mostly Baptist church had the mourners bench. The Church of God in Christ had carrying service.
Yeah.
Where you get on the altar and say, "Say what you, say what you, say what you, say what you, thank you."
Yeah.
And you know something. When you get up, sometimes we would feel so light.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
All those hands was off of you.
All
that hands was off of you. That's why you felt lighter.
Well, there's only two differences between the Baptist church and the Church of God in Christ. Y'all know that, right? It's only two differences. One sneak and do wrong, and one just do wrong and say, "I'm a sinner saved by grace."
I like that, Jack. You right.
Yeah, I used to joke.
One
I
just
said
sneak and do
the
wrong
Baptist
now.
smoke on the parking lot.
And one just do wrong and say, "God, I'm a sinner saved by grace."
We on the parking lot smoking. Church of God in Christ go home. They go home.
Sinful flush, and they rely on grace. And the Church of God in Christ sneaking and doing wrong and smoking cigarettes and doing whatever.
Is smoking cigarettes a sin?
Consciousness of God to say, "Forgive me."
Oh,
See,
but Brother Meach, is smoking a cigarette a sin?
Well, it says defile not the temple.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, is it a sin?
Well, I would say it's a sin, man. If you're coming up like I come up, it's a sin, man. Okay, I got to stick to what them old folk put in me, man. Because once I deviate from there, I'm a monster on wheels. I tried it already, and I became that beast, man.
Question.
I deviated from what was put in me, the compass, the righteous compass that was put in me. I deviated from that. See, that's the problem we have now with young folks. They don't even have a compass.
Wait, hold on. Meach, now I do agree somewhat with you, but I have to disagree with you on this. Some of the stuff that was put in us was wrong because they taught us that going to the movies was a sin. They taught us going to wait, hold on, wait a minute.
There's a reason.
I know. Hold on. They told us that going to the movies was a sin, that playing ball was a sin. And this was stuff that was passed down to them because they didn't do what the Bible originally really told us to do. And it say, study to show yourself approval unto God. Workmen not to be ashamed. You rightly divide the word of truth. So you can't really go off of what somebody else say. You got to pick it up and read it for yourself and learn it for yourself.
Brother Right Out.
Yes, sir.
They also told us having girlfriends was
exactly. Yeah.
It was wrong, and a lot of them boys turned out to be faggots. Me and my brothers, we kind of we rebelled.
Well, you got to watch the name calling
because when it was time to go to church, we would disappear, and then come back. We deal with the consequences. When they get back home or whatever.
See, but all of that stuff that was man-made, though, Meach, all of that stuff was something that man felt was wrong. So
well, I think culture, you got to understand that culture has an enormous impact on religion, right? And so depending on where you were. Now, one of the reasons why there was such a prohibition on certainly tobacco and liquor, not so much drugs because people weren't using like they started in the 60s and 70s, was money.
Yeah.
Now, and plus the impact that it would have. And so we put so much if you read the book, The Black Church, or see the documentary, there's this thing called respectability, right? That hold on. You just brought up the point. Like Baptists would smoke on the parking lot. People, Pizza Church of God, Pentecostals might smoke at home if they're smoking. So but it's culture, because what we find out is there was a whole lot of kids I knew who grew up Pentecostal. They didn't have TVs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't, because it was the whole concept of what is the world.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out
we didn't have a color TV until probably 80.
We didn't have a color TV until.
And you said
80.
something too, Keith. You said you was in middle school. They didn't even have middle school when you was going.
They had some. I was at junior high school.
You're right.
I was at junior high school. You're right. I was at junior high.
And I'm like, we're not.
No, because that's how they term now. If you say junior high school to the average kid, they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's good.
But it was junior high.
Well, let me ask Brother Rideout something.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask Brother Rideout something.
Yes, sir.
Brother Rideout, would you consider yourself saved?
When now?
Yes.
Of course, because see, I'm gonna tell you something. It said that we all have fallen short to the glory under. We all fall short. So this is the thing. Once you confess, you confess it with your heart that you on the path of doing right. Now, the thing that people get twisted up in is they feel like that you got to live a perfect life, and God is not expecting perfection. He's expecting progress. So the only thing that's constant in life is change. And if you're not changing, either you're dead or you're stupid.
I think the other piece of it is what it is to be saved, because we used to hear that, y'all Baptists, you ain't saved. Well, all of us, let's look at, because that whole idea of salvation and what it was to be saved and people's a saved lifestyle, right? And I think, what are you being saved from? Are you being saved from the judgment of your sinful behavior? Or is it an acknowledgement? In the Baptist church, we had something called the age of accountability. Yeah. Age of accountability says that I clearly understand that if I become...
Right, well, that's when you're at age of 12, right?
Usually about 12, because, and a lot of that had to do with if you were Lutheran, Catholic, Methodist, you had catechism because you had confirmation.
See, but none of that
we don't have confirmation.
But none of that is even in the word.
I know. But remember, I said religion is culturally and environmentally developed.
Yeah.
Dietary things had everything to do with the environment. And so when you look at or the respect. So
let me ask you a question, Brother Keith.
Yes, sir.
Are you saved?
Am I saved?
Yes. Do you know you saved?
I'm looking around for Elder Connors. Yeah, I believe that. I mean, I think that I am a believer.
So if you believe,
a lot of believers, but are you saved from the judgment? From the judgment, the punishment, the penalty of sin.
Hold on, Meach.
It's the penalty of sin.
Meach, hold up. Does the scripture say? Let's go. What the scripture says. The scripture says, if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart, then you shall be saved. That's what the scripture. Hold up.
Say the whole thing.
Hold up. Well, hold on.
Say the whole thing right out.
It's the same thing, Meach.
No, it's not. Say, if you confess in your heart and believe in your heart that God has raised Jesus from the dead.
Exactly.
You believe in that?
That's what I'm saying.
But here becomes the problem. We get stuck. No, you get stuck on the catechism. You get stuck on. No, you are. Because what it comes down to. Well, hold on, Meach. What it comes down to, if you are a follower of Jesus,
right,
then you follow what Jesus preached,
right,
what Jesus taught. This whole idea that we always got around, because here's what happened. People say, I'm saved, but then you know what they also discovered? They're human.
Exactly.
And so some of the things.
Sons of Sceva, hey brother, the 7 sons of Sceva believed in
God. It ain't that complicated.
Hold on,
are you following the precepts of your religion?
Salvation is simple.
Right. What makes you a Muslim is you follow the precepts of Islam.
We ain't talking about
no, what makes you a Christian? What makes you a Christian is that you follow the dogma, the theology, right? And then I said this yesterday. If your religion doesn't make you a better person, then it's empty.
Yeah.
You're just going through the motions, and a lot of us like to look like we. I can remember growing up. I hate that I'm old enough to remember stuff. I can remember growing up. You didn't see anybody outside on Sunday morning until after 1 o'clock.
That's true.
Because even if people didn't go to church,
that's true, bro.
They didn't want to be perceived as someone who is.
And you forgetting this here. It used to be they used to didn't even sell liquor store didn't even open up on Sunday.
That's what blue laws.
That's true. Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh yeah. I could. When I was in college, if you were in D.C., Maryland, what they call now the DMV.
So why have we got it still like that in some parts of Mississippi?
Oh yeah, and then you got dry counties.
In dry counties.
Right.
So why have we gotten so far away from stuff that seemingly kept us in order?
I'm gonna tell you why, Meech, because prohibition doesn't work.
Okay, well, forget about that part.
Well, no, that's an important part of it. Prohibition does not work. And then there's something that we can take from the Garden of Eden called forbidden fruit. People are tempted by what they should not do. There's something that's attractive. We were just talking about whether or not you got along with your family or not. Because sometimes we done hooked up with some people that we ain't got no business and don't let mama say, no, you don't need to be with him.
Then we gonna do it
anyway. And then get run over by the bus.
That's what happened to me. My mama told me, son, I remember on 21st and Atkinson, right over there in that house on 21st and Atkinson, 4116 North 21st Street. We stood in the living room. My mama told me about this chick. She said, son, she gonna do you such. And the young lady, no, I'm not, Mom. And showing up.
I loved her.
I was like, Mama, you wrong. And she looked at me, was like, son, you gonna find out.
Because you know what? And this, I ain't saying this about
no, but they know.
Game recognized game.
I'm telling you.
Game recognized game. And the only difference between now, Mama done went through some things.
So she knows.
She know what she talking about. And we kind of look up.
So Mom's was right.
Yeah, she was right, Jack. She was right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she was right. Mama was right.
Yeah, I mean, so it's because sometimes, and then just like, I never forget, I went to go home to, and I had actually had somebody else probably trying. All right, man, appreciate you. Right, I had two parents who said this about me, right? And so I remember going to my girlfriend Casey's house, and Casey always tell me what her mama said. She said, and I'm just gonna quote what her mama said. We riding back. She said, my mama said, you got to watch that nigga. Who? Me?
Yeah.
And then, that's it. And I went like, oh, okay. Wow. She knew me. Because look, and as much as we love our parents, guess what? Our parents are human.
Yeah.
Right. And so they did with what they did. And, you know, and especially, man, because especially our mamas. Yeah. Lord, my mama. Oh, man. Yeah, but no disrespect to my mama, but you know, a friend of mine, she said, you know, everybody got their own daddy. That's some real talk, you know. And so when you kind of said, so if we set up and make that, and that wasn't a question of virtue, that was a question of adult relationships, the byproduct of adult relationships, usually children, but it's also all these emotions and feelings and all those things. What you would discover, tell people all the time. And I'm talking to you about you getting married. I said, why do you want to get married? Because I loved her. That ain't gonna be enough. Because what you're gonna discover is that when the real her comes out, you might not have the love you thought.
And love is not what you feel in your belly. Love is not something that you feel, and that's what people get messed up.
We ain't gonna have no brothers calling here crying.
Yeah. Oh. So you got a call, Jack. Here we go again.
There. So call them up to the program.
Yes. Good morning. I know a lot of people talking about morals, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going to.
That's a surprise.
I'm gonna do everything that I'm big enough to do. I'm gonna be coming in the house at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, smell like anything and everything, because I can wash that off. The main moral story is you don't have to be a religious person to be a good person. Just do from your heart. But my only issue is when they tell people you need to get saved. See, you did everything you're big enough to do. You didn't have a lot of sinful nights and a lot of lonely nights. So let me have my fun and let me do everything that I'm big enough to do. Because some people like sinning. Some people like coming home smelling like fermented vinegar and all that other stuff. So I say just choose to live your life. But if you out there sinning, go right ahead, because there's a whole lot of stories when you pull them pins.
And Al, let me say this. Some of the stuff age is going to take care of.
Yeah.
Age knocks out a whole lot of stuff. People say, I don't dance no more. You can't dance no more.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
They better go raw vegan and get on that so they can still move and groove. And
okay, well, you go on and you remember Roy Hill?
Yeah, I remember
Mr. Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Hill used to get down when he'd be out there dancing.
Yeah.
And I'd be going like,
Parris,
yes, sir.
Have you ever heard that old story about that old woman? She said, I'm 75 and I still get wet.
Huh. Yikes.
No.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right.
Have a good one.
Yikes.
He did point out to us when the Bible closed, the legs open. So.
Oh, yeah. Father. Hallelujah.
But you know what's funny though, man? It just be like, you don't know because you kids, right?
Yeah.
And then you find out that, Sister so-and-so been kicking it with brother so-and-so for
Hey, speaking of that, you
years.
Mammy. Demo know what I'm Mammy. Demo know what I'm talking about. Mammy.
Let me thank everybody. Jermaine, thank you. Demo, thank you. The good Lord will and creek don't rise. We hope to talk to everybody tomorrow. And as always, go from this place in peace.